I'm with a bunch of people. They're stressed out of their mind. They can't even look at the calendar. They're living day to day. This is what I've been mentored by, which is some pretty basic things that are fundamental to me. I don't understand how everyone just doesn't do it. That's why either I'm mentoring you or you're mentoring me on how to not be successful. It's me, Larry Chiang. It's game day. It's Thirsty Thursday. It's First Thursday. It's a franchise, birthing of franchise giants. What it really is this: turning around a shit franchise. Oh my God, right on script. Good job, script writer. You see, in the NFL, there is no script writer. Here, I am my own script writer because we're turning around a crappy franchise. This is what people do. They destroy themselves. I don't know why they do it. Maybe it's a self-loathing. Maybe it's because your uncle touched you. Me? I somehow understand and have kindredness with the fact that you're broken. Let's get you Humpty Dumpty'd back on the wall. You're not an egg. You're not a crab. You're a human. We got one life to live. You're welcome. First Thursday. It's game day. Do you wake up fugly? Do you wake up shit-faced? You wake up shit-faced, you don't even drink. You wake up crap-faced, you don't even party. I'm partying and I'm waking up fresher. Do you even know how to sleep? The answer is no. Do you know how to wake up? The answer is also no. Do you know that when you look in the mirror or you can't look in the mirror? I get it. I get why you don't want to be on YouTube Live. I get it. Because you're trying to fashion a perfect brand. The fuck are you talking about building a brand for? People, you don't want to listen to social media in how to win. Social media is about attention. Follow people who don't want any attention but deserve all the attention. That went over your head. This just became comedy session. You see, it's all the same thing. It's all one rep. It's all morning routine or inconsistent. How to accept plant. Can you accept a gift? Not so much. Can you deliver a thank you gift? Nope. Can you be solopholistically a cunt? By default. By default, you should be scared that I know the word autism because I normally don't have that word in my arsenal. NLP, NLP, NLP. Fuck the ride off if you're going to watch this long and not like yourself watching it. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I need to be able to time out audience members who don't do anything that sit frozen. Yeah, you. Yeah, you. Out. I see you. I see right through you. And you're making fun of me? Hoping that I quit? Because you quit on yourself a long time ago. 5 things Cannon taught Larry. Turnarounds. Why are you destroying yourself? Is the loathing. Look, you got lifoed. Last in, first out. And they dropped it and then we're out. You got lifoed. Lifoed. Busted. You got lifoed. You got lifoed. Maybe you didn't get lifoed. Good job, you. Take the next step and comment your real name. Exactly. Comment your real name so that way there's some accountability. Oh, I like to be in persona. Oh, I like to press reset on the video game. Turnarounds. We're still talking about the same topic, which is why won't you be vulnerable and real? It's because you're fake and gay and you're not even a homosexual. You're just thinking that if you behaved gay, you would get more benefits. This might be shocking, but that shtick of, oh, I'm going to paint my nails and pretend to be gay so that way I get hired, that died. All we're going to do now is hunt for retards to fire, because half the people at the company, they're doing the corporation damage. Let me go over that math real quick. 2 in 5 to 3 in 5 people at your company feel like they deserve more money. They're entitled. They're going to start doing damage to your brand. You ever wonder why the customer service is so bad? It's because intrinsically, they're in their own brain not getting paid enough money in order to work. You fire them. Cancellation was woke people not wanting to know the truth. Getting fired is going to be impacting your personal economy. Premature praise stoppage. 5 things Cannon taught Larry Chiang. Arm cannon, which is reverse engineering July 20th to 8/6, which is First Thursday. So all we're doing is taking a crap franchise. Good job locking in, by the way. Good job locking in. The accountability thing, you don't need any. The accountant, not needed at your level of wealth. Apologizing or being thankful at your level of wealth, also not needed. But this is the insight, is maybe you're not making any money because you don't deserve it. Maybe you're not making money because you're not ready for it. Me, I don't get it. This is just monetary blessing, forcing a monetary outcome, says my mentor. Franchise, forcing a monetary outcome. That's where you talk about something that hunts for a problem, and you're going to have to conjure up a solution using pen and paper. And then step 1 is an external API. And it's documented on how to do this at hashtag external API. Here's another hashtag that is a business protocol. It is hashtag EUTWMPPM. Engineer up a tidal wave of momentum, perpetual promotion machine. What it is I'm going to a party, I'm going to write a blog post, like a book report about the party, like a party report. And then I'm going to add a couple pictures. Hopefully you can get Larry Chiang involved in the picture, because that helps. And then you embed a video. It's EUTWMPPM. And then you hammer that in order to get your snowball going. You're engineering up momentum for a snowball. But what you don't want to do is you don't want to urinate hot piss on the snowball to melt it. But now that you're being that stupid in peeing in snow, I can take your shit snowball, your pee snowball, and then work with it to form a ice ball. If you can wait till tomorrow, you can throw a yellow ice ball. I can't help it. I can't help it. I take things that people think and say that are dumb, and I just turn it around. Oh my God, turning around a shit person. Turning around a shit person. Cannon my cannon arm. I have a cannon arm. I have an arm cannon. Basic fundamentals. So this is what I learned from my mentors, who are 22, give or take 1 year. I learned that they love the advanced stuff that's sexy, but none of that makes money immediately. In fact, nothing makes money immediately. Loving the sexy stuff gets people into thinking something new, something new, something new. And it makes sense because people are not training themselves off of being ADHD. They're not training themselves into paying attention. Can you stare at a wall for 20 minutes? Paying attention. Can you direct your brain? Paying attention. Can you lock in eyes when you're with somebody, or are you eye darting for mid pussy and tots that are obese? Obese tots. Hashtag obese tots. I can't help it. I could do an entire comedy set on obese tots. Basic fundamentals is the way to get going. What do I mean by basic fundamentals? It's, can you update, hey, I'm going to be somewhere, and then tell people that you'll be on time? The answer is no. Absolutely fuck no. I'm going to show up 15 minutes late for Larry Chiang because fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. So the fundamental is, can you show up to a coffee? Can you check into a hotel? Can you do some really basic shit? And the answer is no, because it's completely discounted. Losers discount all the basics. Losers discount all the fundamentals. Kobe Bryant, tell me your magic secret basketball workout. Oh, it's 50 layups under the basket, lefty, 50 layups under the basket, righty, layup on the right side, left hand, layup on the left side, right hand, layup on the left side, left hand, layup on the left side, right hand. All the basic drills. Oh, but you're Kobe Bryant. I thought you would do something special. It's game intensity, not just going through the motions. How did people not know this? Too much social media, too much, I'm going to only do it when 10 people tell me to do it. Like I told you to do it twice. Your customer is only going to tell you to do it once. Your prospect isn't even going to tell you to do it. You're going to have to guess, and in hospitality, anticipate what people want. Oh, I work in hospitality, Larry, and the way that I coach you to watch out, that should be fine. Like, I know what I'm doing. I worked in hospitality. It's when you're a host and you can't even host because somebody taught you the fundamentals of hosting, but you think you should be you think you're going to learn those skills when they double your pay. You think you're going to learn those skills when you get a pay increase. Oh, they don't pay me enough for that. Oh, that's not my job. This is how to make wealth, is if they're paying you 50 cents an hour, you work as if you're getting paid $2,750 per hour. And if that doesn't resonate with you, forget about being a millionaire. That's how to reverse engineer how to get to $1 million. Maybe that's too true. Maybe that's arithmetic that you can't handle because it's borderline on multiplication. Trained on Hail Marys. So Hail Mary is where you're just a special Mary Lou. Hail Mary is where you just say something and you hope your shit doesn't get called out. That doesn't work when you're trying to get a customer. But Larry, you don't get very many views or likes. Okay, fuck you for doubling my likes, but fuck you, thank you. I appreciate you. Which is, question, how do you guaranteed get to 500K subscribers? Guaranteed. That's a question. That would be $1 per second for 32.7 years. That would be $28.7 thousand per hour. Question, how do you get guaranteed to 500K subscribers? That's a question. I saw that. Thank you. I proactively thank you. Brad Pitbull. Good job, you. Darn it. It was good job, me, but together, good job. Question. How do you get to, according to Larry Chiang, how do you guaranteed get to 500K subscribers? Like that. Clip it. Let's go. Answer the question. Answer the question. It's First Thursday. My name's Larry Chiang, and I'm high right now on green tea that a Caucasian dude brewed for me. A Caucasian dude named Larry Chiang brewed it. When Caucasian people make green tea, it's delicious. Question. How does Larry Chiang guarantee you to get to 500K subscribers? How? I know how. You start at 2 million subscribers, and then you pound doing the hard part about entrepreneurship, which is selling 10 people. That's it. Bam. You're at 500K subscribers. You're at 500K subscribers. This is why my channel has the vibe that it does. Because people are like, you're really good. I'm like, thank you. Like, give you a comedy special good. Wow. Already have one, but thank you? Question mark? Wow. On social media, you must be huge. You see, social media was always a fog. You see, Web 2 was always full of shit. I knew it was full of shit as soon as two dudes who are good guys told me about what Web 2 social media were. When I heard it, I was like, okay, okay. What you benefit from and what's in it for you is this. I'm walking you through the most basic thing in the world, Web 12. I realize I sound like I'm joking, but that's my brand of comedy. This is why I'm exploding in the comedy scene, which is everything I say is 100% true, except for really stupid stuff that if you can't figure out, but 100% of it's true. Maybe I'll even cut that out too. Here's an example, which is Web 12. I came up with it on July 11, 2025. Here's another example of something that was funny. Is South by Southwest. I could see that it was going super figgity gay. And so forget about it. Figgity gay, forget about it. Where why? Is it crazy how quickly I can drop into DEI territory? I know. South by Southwest, none of the good speakers could speak because it was being packed by DEI hires for speaking. If you get invited to speak at a TED, your career doubles or explodes. If you get to speak at South by, it explodes. Theo Vaughn or Larry Chiang? Larry Chiang for sure. Why do you bring up Theo Vaughn? Question mark. Uh, 8-1, 8-1, 8-1, 2026. Theo Vaughn cold opened me, Larry Chiang, at ABBA at 10:26. Two witnesses. Well, 40 witnesses, but two witnesses that I know. Theo Vaughn was like, hey. I was like, how are you? Put a pin in that. Put a pin in that. Put a pin in that. Here we go. Which is, are you able to prepare yourself? I know it's basic, but this is 7 things that my mentor Cannon Weaver taught Larry Chiang, which is, if I knew what I was selling, I'd sell better. Because this is why people stall out. If I knew myself better, I could promote and sell myself better. But you got to make yourself, and the problem in making yourself is you're going to make some errors. So this is what I noticed about my note taking. So I'm going to show you my notes. Yes, judge me. So when I make a mistake, when I make a mistake, I don't cross it off like I don't want you to see the mistake that I made. Do you see these mistakes that are here? So I noticed that my mentor, Cannon Weaver, when he'd cross something out, he would cross it off so dark that it would just leave a black hole. And your eyes naturally go to the black hole. Kind of like human eyes, they naturally go to the human that's making a mistake. And when you get that attention, that's good, because it's not negative attention. It's chapter 11 of my mentor's book, Failing Forward. Most people, including my mentors, they're thinking a vain, solopolistic, selfish thought, which is, I'm perfect, my ego can't be bruised, I can't be vulnerable, I can't show that I ever make a mistake. And then because of that, they don't go anywhere, whereas I am being propelled by my mentors, Cannon Weaver, Satya Sharma, Derek Small. Derek Small actually was so bad that he was good. He had a banner day yesterday, and today he's like, fuck that Larry Chiang, I'm not showing up for shit. Late again, it's 7:41. Clip it, because the likelihood of showing up and waking up after you make money is low, but in my case, I got scared when I made a shit ton of money. I pretended like I didn't make the money. Every dollar is $0. Every YouTube is my first and only YouTube. And that's good. Which is why my YouTubes have a visceral feel, where I'm not going to guilt you into watching an old YouTube. That's on you. I'm not going to obligate you and refer to my own videos. Each video is both a sequel and stands alone. How J.J. Abrams am I? And how Justin Kahn, his director, his editor, who he made director, promoting himself to producer. This is why Larry Chiang is going to merge and acquire Comedy Mothership using an API into Creek and Cave, using a YouTube channel that is guaranteed to get you 500K subscribers. If you start with 2.5 million and then have the next 15 videos grade through sell your first thing. Sell a mushroom kit. Sell a pad of paper. Don't sell a pen. Don't sell a Jordan Belfort pen. Don't sell bullshit. Don't be shit. Derek, speaking of shit, a rich shitter, wakes up lying, telling excuses. Just admit you're unemployed. Now you're rich. It took me maybe 3 months to figure out he was unemployed because of how he puts gas in his car. I can't help it. Deeply understanding capital knowledge, deeply understanding credit knowledge, deeply understanding collateral knowledge. Oh, I have a car loan. Yeah, with your rich parents. Borrowing money from your parents, that doesn't count as a car loan. Unless your dad is going to repossess. Unless your dad's Carvana. Stanford engineering jokes will always be funny. Stanford engineering jokes will always be funny. Carvana. It's an accounting fraud you don't want to short. Theo Von, back on topic, Theo Von, which is ABBA at book club, ABBA, ABA. It's a Let Us Entertain You restaurant. It's quite delicious. Inside the Let Us Entertain You chain of restaurants includes Maggiano's, Corner Bakery, Oppa, and a slew of other favorites, including my dad's favorite restaurant. I'm having a brain fart right now. I know where it is. I have the phone number memorized. I just don't remember. I remember the phone number, kind of like the phone number of 650 for Sarah Park, Lisa Kim. Hey, when you throw pussy that hard and I say fuck you later and then you write a Quora review, why is Larry Chiang so strange? I'm going to screenshot that for Adam Raguzin, alumni Facebook, co-founder of Quora. Larry Chiang, that's me. Autofill on Google. So Theo Von cold opening me is kind of like YouTube automatically filling when you type in Larry Chiang. Did you mean to look for Quora? Because when it's Larry Chiang Quora, people think, hey, is Larry Chiang the founder of Quora? That's how bad PR turns into great PR, which is he must be the founder of Quora. Come on, buddy. Purple's on. What is the role? What is the role that dark energy plays? I'm talking about forces that don't want you to see the light, which I saw in Theo Von, pain and an inability to augment and accelerate and springboard an up and coming comedian. So I'm not saying that he owes it to me, but I am saying why not accept a person who is running good comedic game, which is Theo Von saying hi to me. Oh, hi, how are you? Then getting down to table level, because I'm walking by, he looks at me dead in the eye and goes, hi. I'm like, oh, hi, how are you? You guys enjoying dinner? And then to Theo's guest, I'm like, hi, I'm Larry Chiang. And he says, my name's Richard. Hi, Richard. When you're dining with Mr. Vaughn, and then after I introduce myself to Richard, Theo goes, hi, I'm Theo Vaughn. I'm like, you're funny, right? Because that's like, I'm Tom Brady. Oh, really? So I'm like, and he's like, what are you, a comedian? I'm like, yeah. And I was like, Richard, when you're dining with Theo, Mr. Vaughn, sorry, don't know if we're on a first name basis, do people ignore you? Do people ignore you and only talk to Mr. Vaughn? And Theo didn't go, call me Theo. I'm like, you're an asshole. That was a test. You're failing. And Richard fails too. He goes, no, people say hi to me all the time. I'm like, fuck off. Fuck all the way off. This comedy set is going amazing. So then he goes, do you work here? I'm like, no, but do you need for me to get you something? Is dessert next? He's like, I don't know what's going on. I'm like, you said hi to me, and I'm not just going to blow by Theo Vaughn, right? Maybe you can help a comedian out who's rising, a young comedian rising. I didn't say that. I should have said that. So then he says, well, I don't think he said it was great to meet you. I think he almost said, well, this set came to a close, something mid to neg. And then I was like, enjoy the rest of dinner. 1,000 apologies for the intrusion to your table. You're the one who's cold opening me. And then you're going to blame me? So 1,000 apologies for my intrusion to your table. I bet now 1,000 people are going to be approaching your table. After I got shooed away, no one hit his table. That's karma. That's us marinating. Why? Because I was going to bring two people named Cannon Weaver and Derek Micro? Derek, big confidence. I made 80K one time. I don't need that Larry Chiang anymore. Like right after making a chunk of money, I was like, hey, can I have half of that? No, I'm going to wait till 800K and then get you 60K, which is code for I'm never getting there. This is First Thursday, a sequel to Talking Shit. So I thought, I'm going to wait 6, 7, 8, 10 minutes and then re-cold open, follow up with the dude, Theo Vaughn, who cold opened me. We go back in under 10 minutes. Based on what I saw on him and Richard's plate consumption, minimum 15 to 20 minutes left. Minimum. Here's the problem. His appetite's low. And he bolted. His appetite's low. Because his appetite is low, I'll let you extrapolate. I extrapolated my truths. So then I was like, I messed up. I waited too long. But here's the conclusion, which is maybe we weren't ready because one of my mentors said something genius. Maybe we're not ready for this money. Here's another thing that was interesting, which is if we go with those guys, who knows what those programmable retards are going to get programmed with? Who knows? Am I going to lose frame? Are we going to lose souls? Are we not wanting light and positivity? Why are you not eating your food? If your appetite is down or your stomach's messed up, maybe that's symptomatic of something. And maybe I wasn't ready in my comedic journey. Maybe I was self-sabotaging. Why? Because Theo Vaughn Saturday night on Do you like my notes? Do you like my notes? It's called Armed Cannon. 2 days, 2 pages from July 20, Monday, to August 6, First Thursdays, which is maybe I wasn't ready for springboarding. Maybe I didn't want to be the star with Theo Vaughn as EP, executive producer. Maybe Theo Vaughn looks too much like Tom Brady. Maybe what I know would explode his brain and Theo Vaughn wasn't ready for it. But I'll tell you something clearly is that Theo Vaughn remembers me because he stared dead in the eyes, was like, "Who's that guy? Hi. Hi. How are you?" Where I'm such a good networker that he was like, "You have to work at this restaurant." And I said the joke, if you don't work here, I'm like, I could be shirtless at a Whole Foods, and and grandmas would ask me, "What aisle is the dog treats on? Which aisle?" Like, I don't work here. I don't work here. Look at me. I was dressed almost exactly like this. Could you imagine if I worked as a server? Like, what's my job? Busboy. Busboy. I should have taken away some plates. Busboy game. Clip it. What is busboy game? Busboy game is, I'm not even eating at this restaurant. I'm going to bust some dirty dishes. I'm going to bust some dirty dishes. This is an external API. I'm going to have security because I'm going to bust some tables at a restaurant that I'm not even eating at. I like that. Oh! I have the perfect dog toy. Do you like how my dog toy game just started today? Why am I bringing a platypus? Because is it a mammal? Why are you laying eggs? I'm so confused. Which is, billionaire, why are you bussing tables? Are you buying our restaurant? Bussing tables, platypus, which is, it's weird, but 100% of the time it's going to work every time. Why? Because it's not a health violation to get rid of a dirty plate. Bussing tables at Mike's company, Flipboard, helping make 3 unicorns from an intern. He's a blonde dude. I'm forgetting his name. OpenSea. Is it Derek? I'm covered in retard. Dylan. Dylan? It's Dylan's friend from Brown. This is how you know I have too many blonde billionaire unicorns under my belt. We're in a bunch of selfies. He's like, Larry Chang's the best. He started OpenSea. Open like an ocean, sea like a river. Open sea. First Thursdays, baby. First Thursdays. Devin Finzer. Devin Finzer. Devin Finzer. Devin Finzer. Cold opens. Larry, I didn't know that this is how this was supposed to be, which is once you hack distribution, Devin Finzer, Y Combinator. Devin Finzer, Larry Chang. Devin Finzer, intern at, was it Flipboard? And I made 9 brownies. Brown University is notorious for really, really rich kids who couldn't get into the Stanford. You like my editing? I know. So I told them that if they bust some tables, that they could turn around. If they could turn around a party, they could turn their internship into the best internship ever. So speaking of self-destruction and winning and not being ready, that would be IPX for a certain someone who didn't want 200K deals just laying around because they couldn't show up on time for an 8 a.m. event. It is currently 7:59. We're on the books for 7:38 a.m. Booyah! Booyah! Clip it. Clip it. Who makes name badges? You see the holes? The holes are for the lanyard. I got a +1. So I got a +1, and then I needed to make a temporary name badge. It's going great, buddy. How are you doing? Will you tell me the origin story of your username? I repeat, will you tell me the reason that your username is Monsieur Rascal? Question. What's up? What's up? We're talking about superfielder. What's a superfielder? Superfielder is where you and I understand engineering, accounting, physics, audit, finance, law, business law, courtroom proceedings, parliamentary procedure, maybe, and sales. Because being a superfielder, it's not straightforward. It's complicated AF. Called it, which is 80 Rainy Street, has a myriad of suspicious activity. One, the shooting that was July 25. June, July, it's a J month. July 25, a shooting where all the bullets ripped into one arm, nobody died. Suspicious. You're going to unload the whole gun and be that pinpoint accurate in the arm? Suspicious. Very suspicious also is August 2nd, pivotal, where two homeless people encroach on a territory and private property inside of a door. Very aggressive, very suspicious. Why is it suspicious? Because the territory could have had an agenda. This is the agenda that's fulfilled, which is somebody trying to knock the price down? Because August 6th, a fire. Very suspicious in the morning. I'm tracking who is incentivized, who benefits from an onslaught at 80 Rainy Street, the Paseo building. You can blame the investigator, you can blame the residents, but what you can't do is blame Larry Chiang. I am blameless. Am I stirring up a ruckus? No. Yes. But that's what happens to people that sniff out the truth. This is what happens when you snuff out the truth. This is a giant dollop of, called it, which is, why are you not putting enough gas in your fossil-fueled airplane? That's a question. Forensic accounting, superfielder. I think the key to all these advanced ledgers, timestamp blocks, swaps, and blocks, numbers, is to not get demoralized. Just grab a pen and a notebook. Patoshis, hashtag Satoshis, hashtag Patoshis, hashtag CS183 audit, hashtag superfielder, hashtag CS183 BBC, hashtag forensic accounting. 9 Wongs do make it white. Cold open, cold approach had quite the morning this morning. Why? Because mayhem has signals. When the water before a tsunami goes the other direction, the wave's about to wash everything away. Am I the only one sounding an alarm? That's okay. That's okay, because we're mapping. Oh my God, we are mapping. Let's map an ascent, because I'm not bored. I'm explored, which is the ascent of July 20th, Satya intro, Joe Dispenza, Nathan. 1 day fast, follow-up. Only day fast follow-up, which is fax. A facsimile machine pumped to your office. With Derek Small, the unhoused Asian, badge number 8110. July 21, turnaround dot design, loop ring peptides, no peptides, advocated advertising. Ha ha ha, retard. July 22, skipping ahead. July 21, still Tuesday. P.F. Chang's, Jacob Bruce, Cannon, Satya, Philo. First in, last out, Larry Chiang, birthing of franchise giants, July 21. We're turning around to PF Chang's while we're turning around a Sweet Greens, while we're turning around a truck for, we're turning around a truck for ice cream? What was the truck for? Cookies? I'm seriously forgetting the truck. Because he kept on calling it a food truck. It's actually a trailer for waffles? A waffle trailer? A cookie trailer. I seriously don't remember. I'm not just being a genius pretending to forget something. That's July 21, turning around a franchise. And how are we going to make money? PF Chang's. I took notes at PF Chang's. Turning around a consultant to a consultant. That's not good when you're a consultant to a consultant. That's July 21. Who has not left July 21? Me, because is this my first expand on a prior? Yeah. Or no. It is for you. You're welcome. Expanding on a prior. PF Chang's birthing of franchise giants, becoming supernatural financially by turning around a bankrupt franchise. July 22. That was Wednesday. July 23. That was the mall day. July 24. That was Friday. That was Friday. We're talking about birthing a franchise giant, becoming supernatural, while everything goes bankrupt everywhere. Why is everything going bankrupt? Called it. Maybe you don't believe it. It doesn't matter what you believe. Watch my practice on First Thursday, which is another franchise to turn around. Are you cool on turnarounds? Get camera ready. Incognito. Welcome. How are you? So, social media leaves a footprint. Trying to not leave a footprint, it leaves a mark. This is cell phone number underwriting. It feels like you're meeting me for the first time, which is, I didn't know that an API did that. I did not know. Larry Chiang, I was not aware of your API game. The API games is application protocol interfacing. This is my unlock code, which is Gary Tan talking shit like a Chinese person. Which is, Larry, if you knew how to code, you'd be unstoppable. I'm like, mother scratcher, I am coding. Much more deeper than you thought, but I appreciate that Gary Tan knows who Larry Chiang is. I am. Because Gary Tan at the teleport party, Josh McFarlane, Mark Eisenstadt, with an exit of a couple 100 million, 600 million, some million, where Josh and Mark were in front of a Brinks truck with the thumbs up sign, because the Brinks truck in Texas, you can do a deal over cashola watching incognito, which is, it doesn't matter views. It just is a signal for what are you trying to signal, which is, are you afraid to signal? Are you scared to death? We're still on topic for PF Chang's, which is turning around your cookie franchise. Donuts. That's what it was. It was a mobile donut factory. A mobile donut factory. Do you see how that's so much better than I have a food truck? What? You don't have a food truck. One, it's a trailer. Two, stop trying to sound like $1 billion. Stop trying to sound like $1 billion. Start trying to sound like Larry Chiang's donut vehicle. Larry Chiang's mobile donut factory. Do you see how that works so much better? Because once you're honest about what you do and your company name is what you do, the likelihood of somebody paying you for what you do increases. Are people just going to willy-nilly give you 17 grand to prepay donuts? No. You're going to use those donuts to chase down a problem. A hotel's going bankrupt. Problem. I called it. Just like I called January 23rd, 2025, which is, some donuts would help me do some lead generation, which is turning around a bankrupt entity that is about to go bankrupt. I'm not celebratory of it. I'm the one who warned you, hey, maybe you shouldn't unload the chef, my friend Elmer, who repurposed my guacamole recipe with consent, along with Dario, because I want you to steal my recipe. I want you to steal my jokes, and you're going to unload Elmer? That's going to create a pall that you may not be able to recover from. What are you guys, short on money? What are you guys, mitigating heterosexual people? What is going on in your franchise, Four Seasons? What is going on? Hi, Larry. I'm Larry. I'm not a troll. I'm a troll. You're talking about lead generation with one viewer. Thank you. Because you're trying to pull me down. That's not possible. Your arms are too little. Why are your arms so little? You're 6'2". Why? Why? Is it because you wear a 44 short? Oops. I just called out your suit size. Thank you for your negative energy and positive energy. See, you're sweet and sour. You're more Chinese than I am. You're sweet with the extra hard liking. You're sour with your shitty attitude in how you treat yourself. You're not understanding the most important lead that I'm generating is you. You're the most important lead that I'm going to generate. And I'm trying to convert a casual viewer into a virtual hugger. And now you think you have power over me, and you do, but now I am locked in on P.F. Chang's, which is turning around a mobile donut factory. Stop calling it a fucking food truck. Turning around a P.F. Chang's by turning around a P.F. Chang's, which is standing outside a P.F. Chang's with Larry Chiang, Chiang, P.F. Chiang, Chiang, Philip Chiang, Chiang, because sushi confuses people in a Chinese food restaurant. But what doesn't confuse people is Larry Chiang promoting at Sweet Green, and two dudes who are supposed to hold the camera in a one-way, which is holding a camera, one person is in front of the camera. That's a three-way joke where if it's me and one girl and her girlfriend's holding the camera, that's a three-way. If me and one girl are making out and another girl's holding the camera, that's a three-way. If I'm naked and erect and they're doing two thighs, that's treyway. I actually put on a 44-inch waist shorts that I got clearance so they're longer. There you go. You're obese, drop 15 pounds, wire the hypoglycemia away. That is financial advice. Cheers to your glycemic journey, which is turning around a franchise at Sweet Green. I'm the guy who turned it around with three very large dudes crammed into a very small table. We did not stretch out and take two tables. We crammed into one table, assuming that people would want to sit next to hot guys. Okay, one hot guy, two losers. But hey, women swipe right IRL, and I'm like, you have been spending too much time on dating apps. You do not stand a shot at this. Just because there's a fake Larry Chiang on dating apps doesn't mean that Larry Chiang is going to be matching your Bumble. Matching your Bumble. Bumble matching. Are we going to be doing a Bumble turnaround at First Thursdays? Hells yeah. Hells yeah. Are you loving the content? That's your Stanford education? Bumble. Are you going to make the first move? P.F. Chang's has been great for rib shows. Your ribs haven't seen mine in years. I got bit by blah, blah, blah. Cool. Bumble. Are we going to be Bumble best friends? Step 1, 4 steps to the epiphany. Step 2, be buzz. These jokes and content just tend to write themselves. That's your Stanford education? Dangerously low on green tea. Connecting P.F. Chang's to hotel blah, 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 which is hashtag HTG HFA OTR. Am I the only one who cares about $0. Thursday, July 23rd, the soap girl, you saw her throw JJ. July 24, are you depressed? Are you depressed? Trust me, if you made 145 cents, aka $1.45, you'd be way less depressed because you'd see how happy I was for you. The difference between 145 cents and $145 million is this thin. It's this thin. But Larry, I only want to do stuff when I'm motivated, because sometimes I'm not vibing it. Well, that's you. You suck. Suck less. If you're currently sucking too much, try to suck more, and then you'll suck less. That makes sense to me. Do you look at the calendar if you're living day to day? Can you plan ahead? Or are you just hoping to wake up less depressed and then suck all day? I am laughing at you. It is now July 24, Friday. It's July 24. What up? Because Thursday had an end cap after the mall. I think it was Victory Lap with Tim, but I'm not sure. I am sure. Clip it, which is Tim with Connor and Gavin. God, my memory's a steel trap. July 25, not the best day, but also the best day. It was sweet and sour. It was Splish Splash. Somebody turned around Hotel Ella. Someone turned around Hotel Ella. Someone turned around Hotel Ella. Who turned around Hotel Ella? Not us, because somebody had a yard sale when some mouse ate the battery cable, which is Hotel Ella, July 25. The room, 101 comped. Noah's Waffle Motel. Ooh, should we do Noah's Donut Motel? These jokes in franchises just write themselves. And then someone having destructive self-tendencies, being late to Rustic Tap. Destructive self-destruction. I'm not going to be in your bomb radius because you're being self-destructive. Hotel Zaza, Instagrammed Larry Chiang 1X. That's your thankfulness on social media? That's your thankfulness on social media? Which is, you Instagrammed Larry Chiang 1X, and then you paid a thank you with a follow, thinking that that even means anything. Hotel Zaza, shooting at Paseo. Larry, are you worried about the active shooter? The news of the active shooter killed more people than the active shooter, who called over-under 0.2. Called it. Ditto 80 Paseo with the suspicious fire. I called it yesterday. Called it. It's not that I'm celebrating me. This is probably going to be my most popular viewed video in 10 years. Why? Called it, which is July 26th. Sunday FJ meltdown causing a 3-day timeout. Monday the 27th, Tuesday the 28th, Wednesday the 29th. And then you cold opening me while I was getting cold opened by a girl. Hey, your face would be better if you smiled. It was almost exactly that, which was your frowny face. Your frowny face looks like it's stressed. Maybe smile. And I said, well, my ex-situationship did a slow drive-by with her dog, Cinnabon. And then she ran alpha with a full-on middle finger. Fuck that girl. And instantly I got turned on. Noah's Donut Hotel sounds like a call girl's name. Thank you. Thank you. These jokes just write themselves. Thank you. Thank you. Because Noah's Donut Hotel sounds amazing, especially if you know donut, if you know donuts. So the consultant who's consulting consultants, it's kind of like the life coach coaching life coaches about selling courses about life coaching. This is their franchise effort up till recently. This is their franchise effort, which is selling for $28,000 to $29,000 or under $35,000, something that they bought for $110,000 with a $2,200 payment. That was their franchise practice. Failed at that and then decided to go into consultants that were franchise consultants. Is that going to work? Is that going to work? Is that even going to have any possibility of working? 7:30, July 30th, Thursday, book club at 80 Paseo, Protocol 816 Congress, Protocol 2 Dreams, Protocol 7 p.m. Darren, Sudi, Derek, Cannon, Larry Chiang. Book club going until 10:58 p.m. No breaks. Yeah. And closing a deal for over $150 so that way we can just relax the rest of this weekend. We sold something for $150. I know. July 30. July 31, Friday. Rustic Tap was a ghost town. Ghost town. A scary indication of where the economy is headed. I previewed people. Saturday, pulling ourselves up from our bootstraps and then watching a Larry Chiang pure fuck up. This is 8-1 Saturday book club by going in the right direction at 6:01 p.m. doing a turnaround of a corporation booming. And then bowling ball called Ken Griffin Physics. We never trust physics gossip from a Harvard econ major cunt named Ken Griffin. It's me, Larry Chiang. Clip it. No clip required. Which is, I'm the top 50 physicist. He's the Harvard econ major. I'm the top 50 physicist, University of Illinois. He is the person who got baited into, you could have covered AMC at $2 and just eaten it. You should have just taken the L. I'm on the other side of the trade, baby. I'm on the other side of the trade on AMC and GameStop. Maybe you can deny that you're not. I can't deny that I might have done some financial engineering with some basic hodling basic, which is going from the Cry Room to Equinox stand-up comedy. There's one person, their name was Mitchell. Mitchell joked that he was a janitor. What did I do with that joke, you guys? Guess what I did with that joke? Goal, general manager. Sweet Greens, Guy Kawasaki Book Club, 2x sales with a general manager testimonial, acting general manager, which is hold camera. Number 2, you guys are on time. Impossible to not be on time going from Equinox to Sweet Greens. It's a 2-minute commute. Derek Micro literally could not be late. It was impossible to be late. Derek Micro, not late. Number 3, FC UK, which is French Connection, United Kingdom. Allo, Abba. when you got a store named Abba next to a store named Alo, Abba Alo sounds like a let us entertain you Theo Vaughn. Cold opening, Larry Chiang. True story, he cold opened me. Two crabs pulling the boat down. What's two crabs pulling a boat? Is that possible? Actually, yeah. Larry Chiang, best of all time, two crabs. Cannon Weaver, and the other guy, the African American guy, who's actually less black than me, but trying to let the black permeate all of them, because he's not even half black. He's like 1/3. Two crabs pulling the boat down, that would be Larry Chiang. Boat, best of all time. Victory lap, where Derek had to walk from Hotel Magdalena, walking from Abba to Victory Lap, and then becoming amazing after he got his body moving. At Abba, he was paralyzed. He tends to freeze up. If you're frozen, just move your body around a little bit and try to get better. Monday, August 3rd, AM Live with Derek. 811 reasons to stay stuck. Clubhouse to Taco Deli to Whole Foods. Tuesday, no contact. Wednesday, no contact. 8-6, did you remember it was first Thursday? Because we have APIs to call. I recommend that we start winning.